Welcome back. Well, sports like football and basketball aren't the only ones on campus anymore. A growing trend is the adoption of esports teams, and colleges and universities. And the University of North Dakota is home to one such group of individuals. This is how now with us is we've got esports coordinator Matthew King. Great name. Matthew, thanks so much for joining us. This is getting huge. I'm wondering off the bat here, can people get scholarships yet doing esports?
Yeah, there are a few opportunities at some different universities where they offer scholarships for esports right now. We aren't currently offering them. We're building it up so that we can, but we do plan to offer that in the future.
How great is that, man? Getting a full ride to play video games. That is fantastic. So talk about your group and how it works and what y'all are doing on campus.
All right. Well, there's a lot of initiatives on campus right now. Kind of what I do is rein all those initiatives in and kind of help point them in multiple different directions. So we have a student life initiative, and we have academic and kind of a varsity competitive initiative that's going on. I'm really over the varsity competitive and also helping with the academics. So varsity competitive, we're looking at getting teams formed for competition right now. I've been polling students, trying to get a couple of teams formed. We had a lot of people really interested in Rocket League, so that's the first roster we actually formed, and they're already getting ready to compete in an EGF Rocket League tournament for D1 schools only. So we're excited about that. That's starting, I believe, this week, actually. Academically, we have a lot of different initiatives that we're starting up. We have some classes and minors that we're planning to launch. We're launching one in the fall, actually, an Esports Coaching minor. So we have a lot of things going on, and I'm trying to really push them all forward.
Run this by me again. I now can get a minor in Esports Coaching. What does that look like?
Realistically, if you look at the class load for it, it is a lot like kind of a regular coaching minor, but it has classes that are specific towards esports and kind of the organizational structure, how games might run, how the coaching style might be a little bit different, but it has a lot of overlap with many other coaching minors. So it's a pretty easy transference for older techniques into this kind of more modern competition style.
So let's say I'm an esports coach. What am I doing? What am I coaching?
Usually you'll be coaching right now. It depends on what you're doing. For the pro scene, you'll usually be focused on one game. So like a League of Legends coach is a League of Legends coach. That's what they do. Then you'll have people that at the collegiate level that kind of have to coach multiple games at one time. And that goes into the in-depth game strategy, all the way to kind of what traditional coaching needs are. So helping them with teamwork and mesh together, some sports psychology in there, working with them physically as well, getting them into doing something active outside of sitting down and playing all the time, because it's good for them to get up and move around as well. So you're always trying to work with your players, really the mentality more than anything whenever you're working with esports coaching.
Man, this just sounds fascinating. We need to have you back. One last question for you, because now obviously the on-field and on-court sports are off. And I was joking the other day with somebody like, you guys really might have a great opportunity here to work with some of the actual teams and kind of just talk about, running plays. And have you thought about reaching out to the coaches and doing like some Zoom, ghost kind of type stuff for some of these teams, or no?
We haven't got anything like that going yet. I would like to do that. I've reached out to athletics a little bit, but hopefully we can get some more moving. We're talking a little bit to some hockey stuff going on right now. But, I've been watching and seeing the pro side of things. NASCAR, for one, is one of the sports that have jumped on esports really hard. They transferred a lot of their racers over to using virtual games to compete, and it's been going over pretty well. And I think other sports on the pro side are doing the same thing. So why not look at it with collegiate as well? I definitely want to do things like that. I want to keep expanding where our reach goes and show people what esports reaches to on campus and off.
Is there a point in time in the future where professional athletes could be in their own room and just using like AI and virtual reality, and everyone's like on the field, and we're seeing almost this AI video game thing while they're in different locations?
There could possibly be a future for that. I know that AI and VR are kind of in the early days. They're making a lot of progress, but they've got a long ways to go for that to get to where it needs to be, for it to be competitively sound. I look forward to the days whenever that starts to progress and really gain a lot of ground, which it already is, but needs to get to a certain point to where we can have that reliability to trust upon for the competition.
Fascinating, man. Matthew, thank you so much. We'd love to have you back, okay?
Yep. I'd be happy to be back.
Thank you very much. Have a great rest of the day. And stay with us, because when we come back, we're talking about what you can do to help out local nonprofits. Stick around. Much more coming up.